in the Obama administration, John Brennan had the Tuesday morning kill list meetings because the tech got sophisticated enough that you could just write up a list of people that you want to kill that week. And you dish out the assignments. The teams go out, they kill everybody that's on the list, and then they meet next Tuesday and get that kill list. And you just do it week after week. Well, if you're not having to devote armies of targeting analysts to finding these guys, if your computers can find them just based on their, email messaging, text messaging, whatever, metadata, there, your job's easy. You just fire a missile from the drone, or you drop a guy in that does a close-in shot, and then you get back on the helicopter and fly home. I hate to sound cynical like that, but that's just the way it is.
I think that's just calling it how it is. What year or years was Brennan doing that Tuesday morning kill list?
He started in 2009 and kept it going. I have no idea if Donald Trump kept it or Joe Biden kept it or revived it, but it was something that they were very proud of in the Obama administration. They were just going out whacking everybody.
Yeah, well, nobody dropped more missiles from drones than Obama did.
No, nobody. And, somebody said, I naively said, the oversight committees need to be on this. And then a friend of mine said, to say what in their reelection campaigns? We need to kill fewer terrorists. If I'm reelected,
that would be a good one.
America in the 21st century.
And you and John Brennan are not the biggest fans of each other, right?
No, sir.
Why not?
John and I have always hated each other. I never liked him. I never trusted him. I believe that he is the archetypal sociopath. Somebody just by dint of his sociopathy has been able to rise to the top. Yeah. And we go back to 1990. I mean, I've known John for, what is that now, 35 years. Never liked him, never trusted him, never respected him. But he had a rabbi in George Tenet. And the next thing you know, he's at the top of the heap. It was John Brennan who literally put me in prison. John had a Nixonian obsession with national security leaks, except when he was the one doing the leaking. And now it's come back to bite him in the ass. And we can get into that if you want. But after I blew the whistle on the torture program, and John became the Deputy National Security Advisor for Counterterrorism in Obama's first term, he went on to be CIA Director in the second term. John asked the Justice Department to secretly reopen the case against me. The Bush administration said I had not committed a crime. They closed the case. I had no idea that my phones were tapped, my emails were intercepted, FBI guys following me everywhere. And then John wrote a memo to Eric Holder, who was the Attorney General at the time, and he said, charge him with espionage. And Holder wrote back and said, my people don't think he committed espionage. And then Brennan wrote back and said, charge him anyway and make him defend himself. So they arrested me, charged me with 5 felonies, 3 counts of espionage, waited until I went bankrupt, and then dropped the espionage charges. So I ended up taking a plea to a lesser charge. I did 23 months in prison. And it was because I had revealed the CIA's dirty laundry and this illegal, immoral torture program. And now it's John's turn to be on the hot seat. John and all his cronies like Jim Clapper and Jim Comey and Hillary Clinton and all these other ones who thought they were untouchable, now they're going to have to answer for their actions.
So before we come back to that, I think it was in 2005, Brennan was appointed CEO of a company called the Analysis Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't this the company that was stood up for senior intelligence service officers to use as like a tax pass-through before they went to fucking booze
Yeah,
out?
it was one of two. The Analysis Company was one. It was based in Arlington, Virginia, and the other was called Abraxas Corporation. It's funny because the Analysis Company was where all the SIS, Senior Intelligence Service level analysts would go, the retired analysts. And Abraxas was where the retired ops guys would go. And they were legitimately set up just as LLC pass-throughs, right? So people could go and smoke cigars and drink coffee and tell stories with their friends and hang out all day. And then lo and behold, they started making money after 9/11. Abraxas was bought by, I think it was IBM, for well over $1 billion. All these guys got not just rich, but they got like, Mega Millions Lotto kind of rich. And then the Analysis Company, it's funny, everybody, it seems like everybody who's left the Directorate of Intelligence has tried to do private intelligence, either as a singleton or working for one of these companies. And it never succeeds, right? Because pretty much anybody can do analysis if you're an expert enough in a topic. So why would you pay millions of dollars for these CIA cronies to write you a paper when you can just hire some professor and give him $5,000 and he can do it for you? He's as much an expert as they are because they don't have access to classified information anymore. And even if they did, they couldn't give it to you. So it didn't work. He was also on the board of, it was like BAE Systems, and there were a couple of Beltway bandits and defense contractors, 60,000 here, 100,000 there. And you put together a pretty good living.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the interview. If you got anything out of this video at all, please like the video, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought of the video, tell me who you'd like to see on the show. I really appreciate the support. It goes a long way on these platforms, as you guys know. Most importantly, I have some excellent interviews coming up in the future that I'm really, really excited about. So please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of them. But that's it. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you again soon.